Welcome to The Spread. I'm Matt Rabel. A lot happened while we were taking a break over Independence Day last week, and I'm not just talking about all the fireworks the neighbor kids set off. We've got a lot to talk about today, so without any further ado, let's jump right in. Cboe's acquisition of EuroCCP wrapped up recently, and on July 1st, the exchange announced it will launch Cboe Europe Derivatives, a new futures and options market, at its new trading hub in Amsterdam in the first half of 2021, pending regulatory approval. As for what they've been getting into back home, it's time for a little shameless self-promotion. It's been a few weeks since Cboe reopened their options trading floor, so I checked in on the world's oldest options exchange to see what's been going on since then. You can read about the reopening process on johnlothiannews.com. Also, JLN's Suzanne Cosgrove has published 2 stories on our site, one covering Cboe's recent investor call and the other an interview with Adam Incerillo, head of U.S. equities at Cboe Global Markets. All the big exchanges, including Cboe, reported their volumes last week and this week, of course, as did our sponsors at the OCC. Speaking of fireworks, the OCC's volumes have been blowing up lately. Cleared options volumes for June were up almost 81% from a year ago. The OCC cleared over 693,000 contracts last month, yet again setting a new record. Is there a record for setting and breaking their own record several months in a row? Because they probably broke that one too. The OCC has made a number of big changes lately. In the past few weeks, they released their annual report, which looks back on 2019 and lays out their plan for the next year. You can find the link to the report in our sources section below this video. The company announced that Jennifer Baum, a compliance expert who has been working at the OCC as first VP of Regulatory and Corporate Compliance for almost 3 years, has become its new Chief Compliance Officer, taking over for Joe Adamczyk. John Davidson and Scott Warren of the OCC said in a release that Baum has been souping up the OCC's compliance department for years, so the role seems like a natural fit for her. Congratulations to Jennifer Baum and to the OCC. The OCC has also announced that they're taking you back to school with the launch of OCC Learning. Even if it's been a while since you've seen the inside of a classroom, it's never too late to learn something new, right? I mean, it worked for Rodney Dangerfield. Although the OCC supports the OIC's educational materials, they're also looking to amp up their own educational offerings to the public, with online courses, knowledge checks, podcasts, and videos to help new and veteran traders alike improve their knowledge of options trading. And finally, the OCC announced the launch of the SEC-approved Phase 3 of the Financial Safeguards Framework, which was implemented on June 29th. Phase 1 began almost 2 years ago when the OCC began working with the SEC to improve its clearing fund allocation methodology, using data from stress testing their systems based on historical and other extreme but plausible scenarios. Boy, that turned out to be serendipitous. Phase 3 will focus on further improving the resiliency of the OCC's internal systems by improving its liquidity framework and methodology, among other things. Finally, a few announcements from JLN. Markets Wiki World of Opportunity is happening this year on July 22nd, and like IDX, we're going virtual. This year, we're sponsored by the OCC and Barchart, and our speakers will include OCC's Vice President of Talent Acquisition, Andre Buckles, Chicago Federal Reserve Vice President Alessandro Cocco, author, former regulator, and lawyer Eileen Flaherty, and more. It's an especially great opportunity for students and interns looking to learn more about the industry. We know this has been kind of a weird year for students, so we're doing our best to help them out. You can register for the event on our website. And with that, that's about it for The Spread this week. Stay safe out there and happy trading.